It's Wednesday, my dudes. Welcome back to the realm, and we are here for another installment of D&D at Beardsgaard. Welcome. Quick announcements. If you enjoy all these delightful pieces of flair, go check them out on the web store, the internet. Beardsgaardbarbers.com. Snatch them up.
Also, where else can you buy pins that in the business that you own?
River Peak Apothecary. Because if these are not enough, we have even more. Nerdy gifts and grooming for the house, for yourself, for whatever reason you want to make up. Treat yourself, because you deserve it.
If you like all the mythology of the realm game so far, it's all based on River Peak Apothecary's mythology. So you can go to the website and check that out. Or go on World Amble, and there's a version that you can look at with the map, and different character designs and stuff like that.
All kinds of fun stuff. Check it out and let us know what you think. And if you have more ideas, we're always open to fun, creative ways to make this more interesting. That being said, let's jump back into the game. Yeah.
I think you just lost the game.
Oh. That's it. Sorry. No, that's it. That's the stream. Congratulations. Good night.
Pack it up. Man, lost enemies.
So quick.
And starting episodes like the junior high.
We fade back in to the party fighting Beholder.
Really confused.
Everyone, we're all losing.
Wait, what? Huh?
There's a baby
So
holder, has
behold.
neighbors.
Oh, that's gotta come at some point. No, so the group heard tell of Marcus's endeavors to try and find a hag. So they went in search, and you found the hag in question down in the swamp after a nice little trek through the wilderness. Made pretty quick work of her and rescued Marcus from her hut deep in the swamp. The evening air is humid and heavy as you sit down with Marcus and he imparts the information to you about some information that he's come across regarding the Guild of Eternity and the rest of this splinter cult that has started to take hold in Tharbad. They believe that they are going to perform a ritual that will give them immortal life, but that is not necessarily the case. I don't know how much you all know about the way ritual magic works, but it requires a lot of focused power and usually some ingredients. Depending on what they're trying to do, it could really be anything. If this list that she had means anything, it would most likely be that she's trying to collect things for them. She was in league with them, and I don't know what they think they're trying to do, but based off of some of the information that I know, this isn't going to be good.
Do you think there's other hags that are gathering things for this group?
I don't think the rest of the hags are in league with her. There is a small village a little further south into the swamp. We shouldn't go there. They don't like outsiders, but it's a town of hags.
Why do you think she was involved?
She was cast out from Agath. The rest of them usually keep to themselves, living the bog witch dream, and she did not mesh with the rest of the ideals in their community, and they banished her. She's living in exile out here on her own.
Would you say the bog witch nightmare?
To some, sure, but to each their own. I try not to judge.
What do you think she was getting out of it?
Power, probably.
She wanted to ascend with them?
Sure. Seems like it would be a mutually beneficial situation.
How did you become involved?
Excellent question. So I was on a trek going through Nidlavir, hanging out with some of the dwarves, and we came across there were some aboleths up there that were starting to really mess with the local flora and fauna and just causing havoc. It's not good. It's a bad time for everybody. So it was helping them, and when we got back, some of us kind of ran into the guild members here a little bit around town. I talked to a lot of people. It's kind of a thing. But I really, my heart is in the excursion and preservation of wildlife in natural habitats. I try to spread knowledge and information to people all over the world to help them live in harmony with nature.
But where does the hag come into your story?
So she was messing with some habitats down here in the swamp. I ended up tracking her down through that. There's, I'm sure you may have noticed, there's a lot of interesting wildlife here in the swamplands and the marshlands, and there were a lot of creatures being displaced from their homes. So I was trying to figure out what the root of that was, and it led me to her.
Do you think her messing with habitats was involved?
Probably more of a byproduct. Usually if you go in looking for valuable resources anywhere, you're going to disturb the natural ecosystems. And from there, it's just a cascading snowball of chaos and detriment.
Should we investigate what she was doing at the location?
With her being dead now, thank you for that, by the way. Great job. Good work. Very impressive.
No problem.
I think the swamp will fill itself back up pretty good, and it'll be okay.
So, though no direct part there and a byproduct, you feel that task or involvement is done?
In here, yes, but like I said, if there is a ritual that's going to happen on a large scale, involving dozens or hundreds of people, that's going to be a big problem. That's going to be a problem for everybody, not just a small.
Do you think that
gonna go looking for a new hag?
If she doesn't show up with the stuff, I'm sure they're going to have other people out looking for those things. I don't think they're going to put a lot of faith or stock in a single person. If I need multiple errands run, multiple things done, I'll probably talk to a few people and kind of send them in different directions. And when they come back, we see what we get.
Don't put all your eggs in one hag, I guess.
Yeah, I like that. Can I use that?
Go right ahead.
Flips a little like notepad out and just kind of jots that down. Fine. This would be a good one. Alright.
So you're saying more people might be looking to go from hags to riches?
You guys are great. That one's gonna kill. They're gonna love this back at 10. Bitches.
Sorry, Kim already got me earlier because it's like, oh, so she's alone. She lived alone in a barn from the marsh. Now it's in my head.
Yeah.
I can't
You
get
just
it out.
killed female Shrek.
I mean, we already found her brothers.
It's okay! Hags are like onions, they make you cry.
Welcome back to the story.
But only when you cut them.
That's why we had to come out here and sit down. No, I think a good night's rest will do us, and we can make our way back to the city.
So we're making our way downtown?
I mean, technically it's north, so we'd be going up. If you're looking at a map.
She's an uptown hag.
Uptown hag!
Careful or she'll turn you into a bag.
That's the stream.
We're just full of it tonight.
Should we start making way back or stay here for a night?
I'd say we probably got a few hours before dark, so we could at least get to the edge of the swamp.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
We get to see our friends again. Our little buddies.
More good
You got friends?
I gave jerky too. I bought the trusses of wildlife with jerky.
What do they look like?
It's a great question.
This is the cold ones,
Oh,
Or
from
like dog thing.
dog coyote thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Where?
Oh, like Knowles.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
Knowles. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, their jerky was a good choice. Yeah, you can bribe them with pretty much any kind of food.
We ate frog people.
No, yes, we did.
Yes.
We,
Oh,
right?
Troll 2.
we
Oh, yeah.
can't find a cooked frog
One of
legs.
them gnawed on you, remember?
Yeah.
It's full of adventures. Like, okay, we're gonna walk and talk because I need to know everything. This is great. I'll put this in my next tour. It'll be great. But people love stories about wildlife things, but sometimes just the basic facts and not as entertaining. But, I mean, stories like that, getting into it with gnolls and trolls, like, ooh, yeah, okay, gnolls and trolls.
Chapter 5,
Yeah.
No Controls.
Fascinating.
My people contact your people for royalties.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, you paid.
Aren't we your people? Thought we were the people.
I got big people.
Ah, okay.
I have hundreds of stories.
That will take hundreds of years.
Look, it's gonna be a few days before we get back there, so we might as well.
He'll get through
add
one
some
story in those 2 days.
Maybe.
Oh, that's okay.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
It's like slowing the podcast all the way down. Quarter speed.
Welcome back.
So after a few hours of walking, talking, sharing stories with Marcus,
And puddle jumping.
and the occasional puddle jumping, for the ones that you can find.
Just every couple minutes you hear, oh, there's one.
Maybe a couple days later, just like upset. My pants are wet.
Oh, there's another one. Splash.
Oh.
Answer what?
The surrounding light starts to fade as evening fills the sky. Still very buggy. Lots of gnats and small flies just everywhere. The smell of the swamp has lightened a little bit more as you get closer to more of like the forested split between the two. Notice there's still like vines growing up onto the trees. You hear distant croaks. And there's a loud, almost deafening screech from the sky. Yeah. When you look up, you can see barely through the dense canopy just a large winged creature just soaring eastward in the sky.
We should not go eastward.
Kind of towards the coast.
Okay. That's the coast problem.
So it looks like it's on a mission heading that way. It's not like it's doing like a
Okay.
circle or like
Make
a circle.
a perception check.
Okay, well I got 19 before adding bonuses. So
Joe's got his swamp eyes on.
yeah,
Locked in.
Oh, +1, 20.
There you go. Easily enough, you recognize this. You recognize the sound before you even saw it. It is a rock. Rocks are huge. They're gigantic, like vulture parrots.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they are nasty if you get tangled with them.
A rock?
ROC.
Okay. I saw Kim's face and it was the same thought. Rocks don't fly.
Yes, they do.
I was picturing Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
A rock, not the rock.
The screech was actually you smell what the rock is.
Corpses.
I was
Lots of corpses. No cooking.
It's raw. TV show rock.
Yeah. All of them.
So many.
There's not 30 of them. There's the one.
So would I know, are they like predatory? Would it be something that would attack us down here? Would they leave us alone?
It doesn't notice you.
Ah.
You have enough cover from the canopy. It's late. It's dark, and it's just flying. It's not posing any kind of a threat to you. You know that if it did, it would probably not be good. They are very, very dangerous. Their wingspan is like 18 feet. They're large.
So I just kind of look at the group, just signal, be quiet, and just kind of keep hush right now.
Good idea. idea. We'll maybe give it a few before we light a fire. So like you start making camp.
Can we find like a drier spot there since we're
Yeah,
looking for
it's easy enough to find an area where some of the roots are up above the.
It's not like before we had to
mother
make
areas.
the hammock. Like there's
Yeah.
enough where we're.
A dry-ish patch where you can kind of find a couple spots to post out.
Make some food.
Get some food, some more snacks.
Some canapes under the canopy.
Ooh, nice.
Write it down.
Yeah, that's some gold. I might hang out with you guys a little longer after this
Yes.
is all done because I'm in for that.
Yeah,
see-
you just won the group now. Hang out with us. Have
Sure.
mentors.
Yeah, I don't really have. I kind of make my own schedule. It's the joys of being independent.
It's good.
Go wherever I want. If you ever get a chance to go to Alfheim, a lot of fun.
What's an alpine?
The light elves, they know how to throw a party. They're like a little stuffy at first, but it's a dry humor.
It's a good time.
It's a really good time.
As
Great food.
as we're sitting there and the fire is going, Charlie kind of reaches into his bag and pulls out some meat to kind of cook.
Is it troll meat?
And he
Mystery.
goes, would anyone like some haggis?
Hag-ish.
I'll pass.
Okay.
Isn't the best revenge just eating it?
I have a very delicate stomach, and certain things don't agree with it.
Would anyone like some coffee? It's actually digestible.
It might be a bit late, but I'll take first watch, so I'll go for a cup.
I'll just be
Thanks.
doing that things.
Got some browns.
It's not super easy to brew it well when you're on the move, but I do my best.
Yeah. He actually reaches into his pack and he pulls out a small, like, metal cylindrical thing. Try using that. You pour it in with the water and then you push the thing down and it'll strain out all the grains.
He's got a French press.
That's amazing.
It's the Vandenheim press.
I'm trying this.
Yeah.
Thanks. So you
Right.
just kind of playing with it, like looking at it.
Yeah, it kind of like shows you the whole thing, like how it works. Gets really into it.
Like the science behind it and everything, and Rip's like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand any of it, but it's super cool.
So it's a Nidlavere press.
No, I got this one from Tinkertown.
That is exciting.
Yeah, they're great. They make them all the time.
This is going on. Charlie has put the meat he pulled out onto a stick and is holding it over the fire for himself.
Nice.
Sure, it
like
smells
low to the
amazing.
fire.
Yeah, like low, just
trying to get the embers.
yeah, just heating it up, searing the outside, slow roasting the inside, and then a little higher.
The smell is borderline noxious
Great.
for like a good 20 feet.
So happy.
Haggis is known for its unique scent.
You don't say.
Our new rule: no haggis at the campfire.
After this time.
Yep, never again.
Okay.
Thank God I can shut my nose off.
Must be nice.
And Marcus has already like tied a scarf around his face. It's like I'm gonna just do a little perimeter
Rick's
walk.
just sitting there with the coffee grounds. Just...
It doesn't affect you as much.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't smell great. But it doesn't smell awful.
What if I
It's
water?
kind of neutral. Like a stream or anything?
Yeah.
Not nearby, but I mean maybe a 20-30 minute walk. You find a little creek or stream or something.
Yeah, I wanted to use my javelin and go wandering and see if I can catch something to eat.
I'll go with her just to
Yeah. Good idea.
make sure that there isn't anything wandering out there that just
Something
snag it.
that would eat to me.
Yeah, buddy system's very important. It's good thinking.
It's a bee bag, right?
Yeah.
So you two walk for probably 15 to 20 minutes or so. You do find a pretty decent sized stream. Go ahead and roll a survival check. With advantage, because iron's open yet.
Roll again.
There you go.
Net 20.
Speared 3 fish on a single swipe.
Stars up at the bottom.
Fish kebabs.
Yeah. This is like a fisher's paradise. You don't even need to like try to find bait or anything. You just walk right in and just and
They're
grab
jumping out of the water. And
2 fish off of 1 stab. Put those up. Go get another 2. Go in for a 3rd strike, and it feels like it almost hits the mud down in the bank. And when you pull it back out, there's just this beast of a catfish.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Can you carry that catfish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make our way back.
Solid call.
Nice.
Yeah. Chili's finished his haggis by the time you get back. In time to see
Darn.
just such a catch of
We
fish.
just walk up.
Yeah.
Finally, some good fucking food.
You missed out.
Swing the catfish around and accidentally just graze Kelly in the face. Oh, sorry.
While that happens, he kind of like swipes out his knife and just a little bit of the fish.
just the tail.
Just takes a little bit and
Just
just starts gnawing on it.
Raw.
little.
He's a turtle. Of course, raw. He doesn't mind.
Fish stick.
He just
Wash
kind
down
of
that flavor.
chewing on
It's a
it.
big fish stick.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he cut it with what he
Yeah.
cut off.
Takes a piece of the fin and just kind of just starts picking around.
Like a tooth.
Yeah. He doesn't really have teeth, but he just kind of starts kind of cleaning his.
He sees someone else do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll leave it kind of in there, just kind of hanging out after the.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Delightful.
Clean fish and
So Marcus was taking the first watch.
Yeah.
And me, no, sleep.
Does he?
Yeah,
No.
I'm in standby, so
Fire.
also technically on watch as well. So.
Fantastic.
Anybody for second yet?
Me, because I don't sleep.
Rick's gonna do his usual and just knock
Yep.
out.
Gotta get 14 hours!
We're up.
You're both out.
Rip's already got the mask on. Just
Do not disturb.
Iron, would you wake up for second, or would you third, or stand by, or is it just always
It's
kind of like
my perception is always on whether I'm in standby or not.
Oh.
So like, if I want to go to like a full-fledged watch, it's fine.
Oh,
I can take.
Shelly, I was gonna say Shelly can take second. Then yeah.
Alright. First watch, perception checks.
I'll just take third.
14.
Alright.
Or with
You'd also beat up, wouldn't you?
take a since I'm just
If-
moving anyway.
If you'd like, you can. You are more than welcome to.
13.
As you're settling down and preparing for your rests and your watch, Dizzy, you notice that one of the trees off on the edge, probably about 20, 30 feet from where your campsite is, the vines moved, maybe?
The vines move. Should I throw something at it?
Yeah, what is
We go towards the vines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Blake's eyes like, is this where we're at? No. What?
shield out, rapier out?
Shield out.
Cool. How close do we get?
Close enough. I'm gonna take my sword, just stab into the lines.
Just
Yeah, blind stab.
go ahead.
Hope it's not a friend.
Hopefully it's not a golden
It's an adorable puppy that you just skewered.
Dinner.
swamp squirrel.
Shelly, what do you
I
think?
mean,
24. Stab.
Yes.
No, sorry, 22. I think it's still a yes,
Still,
though.
still a yes.
Okay.
You're stabbing
Blindly into the...
vines on a tree. You're making a. Good. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh, something's in there.
Make it cute, fluffy. Make it cute, fluffy.
It's an owlbear.
5.
Not this game,
Sorry, how much? 5.
Oh no.
As you stab in with your sword, you and Iron both notice immediately 4 more of these like vines start to shift around you and swirl up into humanoid type forms, including the one that's on the tree that you just stabbed, and it's now holding your sword in it.
Just kind of like move it so it slices it and take it out.
And you roll initiative.
Okay. Okay.
How far are they away from where we're sleeping?
About 30 feet.
7.
Look alive!
Gotta go poking around in the vines all the time.
Yep. Every time.
Never gonna get my 14 hours.
That's why you got the coffee.
13.
13. Alright, as they form up and gather themselves around you, you see they're not large, they're not your size, they're maybe about Picus's size. They're a few feet tall. They look like they're just like wound vines into a vaguely humanoid shape, kind of like a weird wicker man. with like little leaves on like a couple of spots and just hollow eyes. And the first one that you stab is going to try to constrict and entangle you.
That makes sense.
Yep. As its arms kind of shoot forward, very Groot-like, and just vines come out to get you.
Rather Groot-like than Evil Dead, the first one. So.
Well, that's fair. So it doesn't hurt you, but it does grapple you. I need you to make a strength save.
Nine.
There you go, flow road.
As its vines just start to encompass your body, and it's just squeezing.
Hey, where's mine?
Okay. Iron, you are next to two of them. They are both going to attempt to grapple you as well. But go ahead and make a strength save.
Thank you.
Nice. No, they don't grasp onto you. You're able to break both of those off. It was a 17 hit. You are good. As they go to both kind of reach out at one to each arm, you just wow. No.
Help. Help.
That ends their turn. So Iron, it is your turn.
Alright, so I'll yell at them to rouse the troops.
Rouse the
to
troops.
Look alive.
So
You got company.
Marcus immediately comes running.
And then I will use a bonus action to.
Rick will begrudgingly make his way over as well.
Okay, go ahead and roll into the initiative.
So, Charlie, yeah.
Climb up a tree.
Woo.
Perfect. Roll an initiative for me, please.
8.
I'm keeping up my, can't let my fans down. Oh, I gotta keep this up. Gotta keep my streak here. 6.
Ooh.
Streak is on fire.
10.
Nice.
Man, the lowest initiative in history. That should have been his tagline in the circus.
Alright. That brings us to Vicus' turn. Vicus, you scurry up a tree, or sorry,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You didn't go there.
Like,
everybody, you shouted.
I just
got
shouted
distracted.
because I
You got distracted.
It's like,
I got distracted.
I want to go! Alright, I'm going to activate, use my bonus action to activate Giant Smite.
Yep.
And then I will take an attack. I think it's one of the two that they're trying to
Yeah,
grab
you got one on either side of you.
Alright.
Kind of like here-ish.
Then I'll take a swipe at one on the right then. Yeah, that's yeah, so stabbing.
Does not hit.
I'm stabbing.
As soon as you go to swing, it almost looks like it kind of like sinks into the ground a little bit and then pops back up again.
Jerk.
Very much so. Dodgy plus suckers. And that brings us pass. Like as you scurry up into a tree.
Scurry up into a tree. And then I use my short bow.
So there's two that are threatening Iron. There's one that's
Wrapped around.
wrapped around Dizzy, And the other one, Marcus is kind of like running up towards a fourth one.
And that one's her level. It's grabbing. Or so you think?
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot the one that's wrapped around Dizzy.
You got
That's fine.
it?
Okay,
I
yeah,
mean-
you're good.
What's worse than that?
Sure.
With a bow and literally nothing.
Great.
What am I rolling? Am I rolling this right?
Yes.
Yeah. 6 plus 12. Plus 6 plus 12.
12 hits.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Not hit me though.
No.
And this right? 9 plus 4?
9.
Would you also get sneak attack?
You will get sneak attack. You get 2 more d6
Two
on
more
that.
d6s.
Yes.
Roll that one 2 more times.
15.
Are
21.
you serious?
Nice.
21 total. She just rolled 2 6s.
Nice.
Picus hearts.
I think Kate's eyes are
She loves it up in them trees, let me tell you. And
Damn.
we ain't mad about it.
No.
Wow.
Nice.
So Dizzy, as you're there, you see these vines start to like encompass you more and more, and it's just start squeezing you. You feel super annoyed. First of all, the audacity.
How dare they?
And the moment that thought comes into your head, you just see an arrow fly into what you would assume would be where a heart might live, but it just
Of me?
of the creature,
Oh, okay.
of this viney dude that's trying to cop feel, and
Fine boy.
just immediately falls apart into a mass of lifeless vines.
That's right. No means no.
I did not administer consent.
No?
You are not kindling.
That's my new band name. Lifeless Minds.
Administer consent?
Lifeless Minds.
Yeah.
Alright. Nice. Excellent. Shelly.
What?
You're up.
From where I was sleeping, would I be able to get to where Iron is? Is that within 30 feet?
Yeah, you'd be about there.
Uh,
You get to.
Could I get to any of
You
that?
get to one of them. Yeah.
Okay, as long as I can get to one. Okay. So I'm gonna run up to one and go for sneak attack with the first rapier. 13.
13 hits.
Okay. It is 13, 16 points of damage with the first one.
Nice.
And then I am going to take my bonus action with the second rapier.
Okay.
That's a 22 to hit,
Yeah.
and another 10 points of damage.
As Shelly just leaps over there in crazy speed. What little light is passing through the canopy glints off your blade as you just and more vines fall to the ground. Fucking rogues, man.
Oh no, we got 2 of them murdered.
Oh, jeez, man.
I'm so sad.
Oh my goodness.
The disappointment is palpable.
That just means you get to go on a heist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Alright, Dizzy, you're up.
Alright.
And then Rip.
Let's try this again. Jesus Christ. No. 8.
Those frogs are falling through.
The frogs aren't falling through. I used all my frog luck last time.
Yep.
Did you touch my dice?
No. I don't do that.
Frog luck is gone.
You used them on the first
Yeah.
time.
They'll roll bad from now on. Just all bad.
That's every part of it. They got one good jump in them. That's it.
Would you say crow?
Love it.
You go to swing at the one that was grappling you initially. It was so quick that you felt the grapple break, and you go to swing, and it's already down. And then you turn, and you want to go and get the one that's next to Iron, and Shelly gets it. So you're just like, fuck. Nah.
Oofta.
Oofta.
Yikes.
Oh, you're already dead there, bud.
All right. Rick.
So, I'm going to try, there's 2 left still, right?
There are 2 more left. You have one that's next to Iron, and then one that's up next to you, Marcus.
That's what I thought. Okay. I think I'm
Actually,
gonna,
30.
I think I'm gonna go for the one that's closer to Marcus because it's a little bit squishier. I'm gonna try to distract it, so I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion and make it look like there's a little fire starting on the ground in front of it, kind of getting closer to it. Like the ground is burning and coming over towards the vine creature.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check. Or intimidation. Whatever you like. Nice. Yeah.
He thinks he's on
It has its sense of self-preservation, and goes to scurry away, making its way towards Dizzy,
Doesn't have to.
or just like in that direction.
He's on his way.
Which means Marcus gets an attack of opportunity. He does not. It was natural one.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I feel that.
It's just like, no, you don't. Marcus also notices the illusion and goes, ah! And also runs the opposite way.
Wait, well, at least it works.
That brings us back to Iron.
Okay, I guess there's still the one near me.
Still the one right next to you.
Alright, I'll go after that one. See if I can.
It's kind of like doing a little kind of like shifty vine dance, bobbling around you.
Wacky wave it.
Yeah.
But you've got it.
But
He can dance if he wants to. 13.
13 hits. Nice.
Person damage.
Hoping to deflate it. It does seem to kind of like shiver and slither a little bit as your sword makes impact. Yeah. Big ruby. Hikus, that's you.
Last one.
Those 2 left.
Oh.
There's
Can I do a double?
There's one. There's one I'm engaged with, so you.
There's the one that's still with him, and the other one is near Dizzy.
Can I do like a?
You do a double shot. I don't think you can do double shots yet.
Okay, one shot.
Not here. Let's see.
Zoom.
20.
Hits. natural 20?
No.
Okay. 23,
17.
just a 23.
I was
But
doing my
just
initiative
through
instead of
3.
my
Yeah.
attack.
No, you absolutely hits.
8.
Was still
Yes.
sneak attack?
Is it
Yeah.
is it the one that is next to iron, or is it the one that's heading
Yeah.
towards the one
Next
there?
to
So
iron,
yeah,
then
you
yeah.
get a sneak attack on that as
Roll
well.
that 2 more times. Yeah.
Yeah.
14. 15.
15.
That gives me 6.
Iron, you see it just drop again.
It's the little. The bike is up there in the tree. He's like,
To wherever I am.
Yeah.
The Lorax.
Right.
Speak for
I
trees.
fight through the trees.
Alright, I guess that's your turn. Shelly, you're up.
Okay. With that, the one that's left, is it
Yep.
just open, not engaged with
It's
anyone?
not currently engaged with anybody, it's just kind of running in the direction, kind of like between you and Dizzy.
Okay.
I
So
scared him.
I'm going to run up and slide over and attack it.
Yeah.
We're gonna do first rapier, and that is a 21 to hit.
Yes.
And that's only 4 damage with that one.
Okay.
Then I'm going to take my bonus swipe with my other one. And that is a 17 to hit
Definitely hits.
with another 9 points.
Alright. So yeah, then you took a good chunk out of it. You kind of like cut off one of the arms and you kind of gashed through the side of it. It's Dizzy's turn.
He's gonna try,
Yeah.
but potentially not succeed.
The first one succeed. On second
Nope,
one
that's a
succeed.
nat 1.
Oh no!
Oh.
Yeah.
That's. I know.
I used to borrow nat 20s last game, sorry guys.
Yep.
You pushed your frog.
I'm feeling much better though about the frog die.
I mean, this is just the other side of the boat,
Yep.
right? It's balanced. So then the next one will be kind of like evened out.
Nope.
You gotta calibrate.
This is what happens when you overwork your frogs.
Yeah. Frog labor loss.
All right. Dizzy, that's your turn. Rip.
Rip!
Reps.
Wow, that was a lot of things. He's gonna try to go for it with his rapier. I'm making it a thing.
Lovely.
14.
14 hits. Yes.
6 points of piercing damage.
As Shelly hits it a couple of times, it kind of stumbles a little, and you're able to just kind of skewer it a little. Do a little extra stab goo.
Stabbing you.
Stab goo.
Get back here. It's gonna stab you in the mid.
Yeah. At which point Marcus rushes up and he's like, "Here!" And he just hammer slashes with a short sword. Hits. Kind of grazes the back of it, but takes a little bit.
Just took a little bit off the back.
Couple of 2 tree damage.
Couple, 2, 3, 4.
What tree 4 damage?
Yeah. It's looking up. It's barely
Barely standing.
there. It's literally being held up by like the rapier.
It's just a vine
It's just
wiggling.
there. It's just kind of like wriggling. It's got a little slash on it.
Motors going on the way.
Yeah, it's like some of the vines are starting to fall and it's losing some of its form a little bit more. One of the hollow eyes is drooping off to the side.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. The other ones had quick deaths.
This poor little guy.
Like,
Attack us. Or not
Alright,
his
see if we can just put him out of his
would
misery.
you like to just?
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Woo! Hey!
You don't even need to roll.
But you should just for fun.
But you can if you'd like to.
I mean, why not? Let's see. Because I'm also big too. Alright, so there's 8, 4, 12, 24.
He exploded.
Yes. Literally. You go and just like you see it there, and you're like, it's put it out of its misery at this point, and you come up and just almost like Mark McGuire just shatter this thing and send bits flying all over the area.
Down point
So you get like hit with pieces of vine.
Confetti!
Yeah. Nature's confetti.
It's biodegradable.
That's the best kind.
And everyone just hears Chelly go, "Sorry to see you leave." And he turns around and walks back to where he was sleeping.
Fucking gold!
I'm going back to bed.
Incredible!
Good night, everybody.
What a weird dream.
Oh, yeah.
If I could dream, it'd be a weird dream.
Before I go like to standby, I'll just take a little perimeter walk, make sure that there's nothing else that was.
Rip walks by his little fire on the way back to bed and just gets rid of it quick. You go away.
I just jump down and then jump forward.
Neat.
You settle in for what is definitely a well-earned rest. There's no need for it, it's just like a recorded.
Yeah.
It's like Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
Or just like a white noise effect.
He uses his minor illusion to do white noises while he's sleeping. Rainforest sounds tonight. What do you think, guys? Babbling brook or light rain?
You make fan sounds.
Purring
Sure.
cat.
We'll do the same.
Oscillating fan.
Love it. So we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back after no messages. Welcome back. Okay, after dispatching with the Viennese, make your way back over towards your campsite, plop down for an evening's rest. And as you do so, second watch.
Oh, it's me still. There we go. 21.
5 from Chelly. He seems more obsessed, kind of looking at his belt buckle again, and it's just kind of tinkering
shiny.
with it.
So,
24.
Nice and calm. First one, which is still good. Second watch goes uneventful, peaceful, quiet,
Good, Rick needs his sleep.
swamp sounds mixing with forest sounds.
And the babbling brook somehow.
Somehow there's a babbling brook. There's like a soft, like, from Marcus. Third watch.
Before Shelly goes back to sleep, as he's playing with his belt buckle, playing with it, tinkering it, is anybody watching Shelly or seeing him out the corner of the eye or anything?
Dizzy and Iron probably be, glancing across you. Big points.
Something happened to Shelly. If anybody sees it.
Oh, 21, I should see it.
I was going to say, for last watch, I just rolled.
So you just see kind of like a shudder go through him as he kind of shakes a little, and a glint goes across his eye. And it's kind of right before watching. It doesn't say anything, nothing else, and just kind of after that happened, just kind of reattaches his belt buckle.
Neat.
Puts his belt
Belt
buckle
buckle,
back.
yeah. Reattaches
It
his
sounded
belt
like you said bubble. I was
Yeah.
like,
No, reattaches his belt buckle.
He put his
Is that-
pants back on.
is that what he's calling his shell? It's his bubble?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back in my bubble. Okay?
Personal space is important.
Neat.
Nice. Third watch.
21.
21.
Oh, 7.
7.
No, I didn't do both last round roll.
With what you had noticed up at Shelly, Dizzy, you just kind of like sit and watch him a little bit more afterwards. Just checking. See if there's anything. Just,
By the
yeah.
way, all you see is his shell because he's completely tucked into his shell.
This is there.
The shell.
Stare into the neck hole.
Hey, are you awake?
You just try to blow across it so you can make it like a beer bottle.
In the distance, you hear.
You just hear her off to the side, like making the noises, and the owl's calling back, and she's just like.
You just going on her? You're correct.
But otherwise, uneventful rest of the evening. The sun rises, and you all rise and gather yourselves, make a little breakfast. And continue on northward back to the city of Tharbad to figure out what may or may not be happening with the rest of the guild.
Does someone make coffee?
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, coffee's absolutely going through. Marcus gives you the full demonstration and everything, and pour out cups for everybody who wants them. It is delightful cup of coffee. Robust. No grinds whatsoever. It's a damn good cup of coffee.
I'm glad.
This is it's the only way to travel, really. I mean, you gotta, like, that's yours now. I'll grab another one, it's fine.
Thanks.
Yeah. No, anything to help out. I mean, I'm digging the stories and having a good time with you guys. I'd like to think that we're friendly at least.
Heck yeah, we're always looking for new friends.
Oh, perfect. All right, shall we? I don't think we need to, stay out here any longer. We should probably.
On the road.
When did you say the ritual? What did they say was going to happen?
A couple weeks from the last time we checked in, I think.
Didn't you tell us?
I mean, I've been kind of held up for a few days, so my sense of time is still acclimating.
Oh.
But if I remember correctly,
I thought it was from when we
Yeah, it was a couple of weeks from when we,
got the roads
Yeah.
obliterated.
I wasn't there, so I don't know shit.
yeah, it was a couple of weeks from when we got the robes.
well, that gives us about 4 days.
Oh, we gotta get going.
Yeah. I mean, it's only going to be another day and a half, maybe 2,
Still, it
to
only
get back there. But
It only gives us a couple days to prepare.
yeah.
We gotta get into character.
So tell me about your character. Like, what's their motivation? Like, why did you, if you're going to infiltrate them, why did you join the guild? And what reason would we have of maybe trying to like get up into the ritual in some way? Because I doubt that they're going to have everyone there participating. I think most people would probably be held back.
Well, I think the simplest answer is probably the best way to go. We want to be part of this eternal life. I mean, who doesn't, right? Live forever.
What?
It's overrated.
You gotta get into character.
I'm sorry.
So as you walk, you can devise more of a plan on how you're going to infiltrate. So I mean, I guess you said you've been in the city for a while, so you and I know Tharbad pretty well, so we could figure out like good places to go, people that we need to like meet up with, gather some supplies if we need any. Anybody have any ideas on this list of stuff that they're looking for?
It was gems, herbs, virgin hearts, a friend turned, and a righteous blade.
Virgin hearts.
No?
What is that?
Virgin hearts, so
The heart
yeah,
of a
right, the
virgin?
heart of a virgin.
Is the actual heart?
I mean,
Most likely.
probably,
Or virgin's love.
or maybe if they want to get all like
I'm gonna
metaphorical
assume
with it.
dark, spooky, creepy cult, probably actual hearts. That's my
Maybe they had.
Is everybody here safe? I know I'm safe.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good.
So,
Yeah.
I'm good.
I can't say it. I wanted to say it in his voice, but I couldn't say it.
Do it.
Shelly.
I mean, come on, look at you. You're an amazing specimen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past you. If I were otherwise inclined, but you're not my type. But I can appreciate.
There's more under this shell than looks may lead to believe.
Things in shell might be larger.
Still got
than they
haggis
appear.
stored in there?
If that's what you want to call it.
I quit D&D. Does Rip fuck?
No.
What?
People protect Rip.
Rip's in danger.
Rip's in danger.
What about your sister?
I mean, yeah.
Not about fucking. I'm wondering about the
Friend turned.
The friend.
friend turn.
Yeah, that was brought to my attention previously, and I hadn't really considered it until then, but I suppose it's a possibility.
Piken, would you say she was a good friend?
I mean, my right hand. I mean, she wouldn't turn on me.
But she's gone.
So, she's probably in trouble. I mean,
Maybe.
Does Iron fuck?
I mean,
Iron gets rock hard.
You had to work virgins into this game, didn't you?
Yeah.
He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't have blood per se. He doesn't need a heart to circulate blood. He's
Yeah.
construct with.
Yeah, we gotta protect Rip.
Rick's in danger.
Rip should not go in a road to.
What?
This is my forte. This is what I do.
Rip, we gotta find you a girlfriend or boyfriend. We don't judge.
I know places to go.
What do you want? What do you want? Like,
It's really kind of like a milestone thing. It honestly, it's kind of overrated.
I mean, it's
don't,
like
don't
more
blow it
important
up
things.
then.
It's
There's
life
more
or
important
death.
things. What?
It's life or death.
I like to live life dangerously.
Rip.
And if that means being a virgin, then my God.
Pikes, should you tell Marcus about your missing item?
The stone?
Yes.
Didn't we find one?
We did.
But we gave it.
Shelly still has it. And
Oh.
Shelly takes it out and shows Marcus. Another one of these was taken from Pikes and shows the gem.
It was an heirloom. That one is not mine, but I had an heirloom that was taken, I believe.
This was hidden at a vet's, but not hers. And I put it back in my pocket.
Did you? Was it was hidden at Pat's with Kate?
Yes. When we got there, where rats were scavenging, we found this where they were looking.
No. I mean, Kate and I were trying to, finance our expeditions as best as we could, and most of it was off of the goodwill of people who come to our exhibits and listen to the stories. But we weren't side by side all the time, so I don't know if we maybe got mixed up in some other nefarious situations. So maybe he got roped into something.
Could Cade have been friend? Her?
Turned? I wouldn't know if he turned. I mean, he was always a good and loyal friend.
Well, what if you were going to be
But
the friend to
Kate's dead though.
as you were abducted
exactly.
and was
So maybe there's a couple suspects, or possible suspects of what that could
did
be,
the hag
or
ever try
it could be anybody.
And when we inspected his body, it just looked like it was just the smoke that had got him, right?
Yeah.
There was no other signs of anything else.
Not on his body.
Do you remember, Marcus, if the hag was doing any kind of rituals around you pertaining to you?
Pertaining to me, hard to tell. I'm not versed in hag magic. It not like my particular area of study, but most of the stuff she seemed to be doing was more preparatory. You know, gathering things and she was sending letters out via crow.
Crow.
Yeah.
The coastal service.
Birds are great. Way more intelligent than people give credit for.
We can train crows.
Do we know where the ritual might take place?
I mean, they've got to have a stronghold or a temple or something somewhere.
Or like a mausoleum that's a secret floor that goes down to a room.
That might be guarded by gargoyles.
Yeah, that would probably do it.
Specific.
Very.
It just came to me.
Just.
We
I
might
mean,
have already found
They
it.
have a charred body in the hallway.
Oh,
That was kills with a one shot.
I have a feeling that
Dizzy fucks. People up.
congratulations.
That was where we found the ice gem.
My
No,
Oh,
that's the
my
sapphire.
crown-
Oh no, it
It's
wasn't
a
an ice
sapphire.
gem.
So
That was the sapphire
It was-
one, yeah.
Okay.
But that was a focus, right?
yeah.
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 Which you said focuses would be needed.
Yeah, probably a lot of them if they're gonna try for a ritual at that size. They're gonna need a lot of focus. So they're probably looking at a lot of spellcasters and magic users and
What about ice gems?
ice gems would definitely be incredibly useful for just the sheer ability to amplify power. So if they were able to focus a lot of power through or into ice gems, then it could make it exponential.
Could they also use these gems?
Those for focusing, yeah.
I think blue's my color.
Look, not everybody can pull it off. He's wearing a blue scarf, by the way.
Yeah, not everybody can.
So, you don't necessarily wear blue. Blue wears you.
Oh.
Anyway, do you know much about these?
I mean, it's a sapphire.
Not wearing that.
You are now because I like this bit. Like,
I just like to hear it.
yeah.
So can some people use these for focusing and others can't, or was?
I mean, all gems can be used to focus or as a focus. So some work better than others, and some
Like ice
work better for other people. But I mean, ice gems are kind of like the pinnacle. They're incredibly rare. They're structured. It's something about how they're formed or where they're from that gives them that kind of ability.
Do you think they change base because you found them? And I'm looking at the round of the other four. Aside from Marcus.
Probably.
to speed up their plan, but because they've lost now a focus gem, like maybe necromancy, that right is necromancy. They would have to backpedal a little bit. It would probably take them more time.
Well, and the hag that they had looking for all of their miscellaneous is dead now, so they're probably behind on collecting various other things.
Yeah. So that'd be a nice little wrench in the plan.
I think that's right.
So I doubt we slowed them down too much, because like you said, they've probably got a whole army of people looking for stuff, but we might have slowed them down a little bit.
Yeah, not like substantially, but a tiny bit.
You gotta have some hope. I can appreciate that. Good looking.
Positive attitude, right?
Yeah.
We could go to that mausoleum and see if there's anyone there.
I think we hide out in other mausoleums in the cloaks, and people start coming in. We like pop out from behind and like pretend we're like just testing up.
I'm in.
I just imagine the scene from Top Secret where they're dressed up like the cow and they join the herd of cattle going to
Yeah.
like,
One.
yes. Oh, here we are. Don't mind the turtle guy.
Just a cow with boots.
Yeah.
But it could work. Yeah.
If not, we just kill them all.
Yeah.
Okay. You might need help on that one.
I
I mean,
only
that's
took
just-
one shot to kill the powerful dude.
Well, yeah,
Knock
but, you
that
know,
thing out.
I know that they've got at least like 80 to 100 members.
Can they all do magic?
All of them? I don't know.
Based on the couple that we talked to, that we got the robes from, no.
What if, don't you have some booming voice you can do?
Yeah.
What if we made them think that they had made their
God angry.
their ascension work before it happens by your
Oh my
booming
God.
voice?
Like, welcome, my people.
Yeah.
You completed your task.
Pull a little.
Well,
Pull
gotcha.
fast one.
So they don't actually
If you
finish
like,
going
you
through
have
with
ascended.
the whatever
That would be
magic
good.
they need to go
Enjoy
through.
eternal life.
I could probably, either up closer to where the voice is coming from or in the back. I'm pretty persuasive. I could maybe start to get the ball rolling to convince people, pull someone like, oh my gosh, it worked, and we did it, and try to get people hyped about our
You
super
feel
successful
immortal
campaign.
Yeah, we could
I
have our
totally
wigs
feel
on and
immortal.
we could start like talking in some fake languages as
I
though
can
we
also
were ascending.
do whispers. I can make whispers say, we did it.
Okay.
Yay.
I feel so ascended.
We get Rowan to help.
I mean, you probably have to pay him, but yeah.
You pay him and not death.
Also in rewards found.
Yeah. And not death and pocket snacks.
Yeah. He's not a bad guy. He's just kind of doing his own thing.
He just wants to get paid.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fair.
Don't we all?
Truth.
It's getting later into the afternoon. You're firmly into the forests now, and you can actually see one of the bridge crossings coming up. There are rustles from some of the thicketed brush nearby. You see about the size of a large dog kind of like make its way out of one of the bushes. And it has like this brown, motley fur and feather on it. You will see the face of a young owlbear.
Come here! Come here! I had to pull some jerky out and toss some. Get a friend!
You can roll an animal handling check.
Fucking well. Nat 20.
Oh shit! You got it when you actually cared.
To the 23 to make a friend.
It sniffs around, gets its way up, snacks on the jerky, looks at you.
Give some more. Give some more.
And just
Yeah.
just feed him as
It's
much
like,
as
so
you
it
can.
like does it's like just give it to him out of my hand.
Yeah,
And pet him a little bit.
that's you.
Yeah.
Who's looking for?
Courtney too.
Electric boogaloo.
Very blue.
Like snacks some jerky, kind of like sniffs around, looks at everybody in the group. You hear in the distance.
Oh.
We're friend, not food. Friend and food.
Hey, okay.
When this happens, I'd look at Marcus, knowing he's normally out in the wilderness doing, and how is Marcus reacting to this?
Initially, he was a little hesitant. He was kind of, it's easy. And the moment he heard that second one, Marcus is frozen.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Don't move. Don't touch it. Just like for a minute. Just okay, give it a minute.
Okay.
And you hear footsteps getting closer and closer as the mama owlbear comes into view, and it is full size, like grizzly bear, big head, just wide eyed with the beak coming out, and it starts to growl at all of you as it makes its way up towards its cub and kind of puts itself, its whole body in between the group and the baby owlbear.
Shelly reaches into his pocket and grabs some hag that's still in one of his pouches and throws some hag to the
I
mama
put
owlbear.
some more jerky on the ground in front of it.
Okay. As you do so, Marcus kind of does a motion in front of his face. We don't mean you any harm. We're sorry if we disturbed you. You have a very lovely cub, and we're just passing through.
Give you some
We don't mean any harm. The mama owlbear seems to kind of bow and acknowledge Marcus. Kind of nudges the little one and just looks at Marcus, looks at both of you, and just bows head.
Bows back.
Just slowly starts to walk off into the rest of the wood.
As soon as they're gone enough and into it, everybody just hear Shelly go, Marcus fucks. and I just look at him and just
Just turtle head.
yes.
Never mind.
Goodbye, Pop Courtney. I just want a friend.
Marcus does speak with animals.
Apparently.
I figured that.
So we're at, are we gonna have to bed down again, or are we gonna be able to get there before?
You'll probably have one more night before being able to get into the city, but it'll literally be like a night and then. Or you could opt to push through and get in. Probably be like super early morning, like 3 to 4 a.m. kind of deal.
Or we can follow the owlbears back to their pack and make a whole bunch of friends.
Not the mission.
But now you know
Iron, if we walk through the night, will you carry me?
I mean, I guess I could.
Yes.
We'll make a little Rip Bjorn.
So how many days do we think we have?
At this point, from the start of morning the next day, you would have 3 more days total. If you bed down tonight, you'd be able to get into town next morning, giving you about
2.5 days.
a solid
Yeah.
3 days.
I think we should bed down. We don't want to face enemies depleted.
Or
I like sleep.
Always down for bedtime.
Because you two would be fine, but we'd all be hurting.
Yeah.
And Marcus would be hurting.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Well, yeah, you'd be tired.
Yeah.
I mean, either we get into town and crash out for.
We'd lose that
part of
day
the morning
anyway.
and afternoon, or we stop and sleep at night and just.
Get there in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't think we have an advantage of going through the night.
Yeah.
So we'll just,
Sure.
we can bed down for a little.
I mean, we still have, light.
Yeah.
We don't have to stop right now, but
Yeah.
it's nice to know that.
make more
we've
owlbear
got that.
friends.
Maybe after we stop the Guild of Eternity.
I want to infiltrate a
possibly-
cult.
You know how badass would be to ride in on owlbears?
It's look, owlbears are tricky to train, and if you're gonna try and domesticate a wild one,
In 3
you're gonna
days.
need a lot more than just jerky.
I can get other things.
Sky snacks.
Sky snacks. And if you scratch me, I'll be fine.
I mean that'll help with the training.
At this point, have we settled for the night, or is there still a little bit more?
There's still a
Okay.
good
Still on the road.
There's something I want to do, but not until we settle.
4 or 5 hours.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Into the thick of it.
And as you carry on, you're starting to see like more clearings in the forest. So things are starting to thin out a little bit more as you're getting closer and closer towards, this little more civilization areas where towns and cities are. Yeah, out of the swamp. You've been out of the swamp for most of this day, and just going through the forest. But you can kind of see more of the sky now. You're starting to get these bigger open field portions. Every once in a while, you hear like maybe horses and carts on a road, but you can't necessarily see them. Still a bit in the distance. Reach a thicketed grove, probably about 60 to 80 feet wide, and you notice that there are a lot of birds and squirrels on, like, off to one side, but not the other side.
Probably not good. a squirrel and throw it at the other side?
You can try.
The M handling again?
This would just be a straight up D20 plus your dexterity.
Can you roll for a die?
Nat 20? It's 24.
The frogs are back!
Just completely silent, and you just walk up, real casual, not even breathing because you don't need to, and just and you got a squirrel by the tail. As it
I
dangles.
launch it.
It is fighting. And you chuck a squirrel.
Yeah. Sorry, Peter.
Roll a d8.
Ooh. 4.
It lands on the ground and kind of like does a little bounce, and as it does, you see almost like a vine kind of thing, like whip out and pull it into like a shrubbed area, and you see the whole shrub kind of like, and you hear, and then silence.
We shouldn't go over there.
And the rest of the birds and squirrels fuck off. But,
Alright, let's stay on the left side of the road.
Yeah.
Or pathway there.
Yep.
So yeah.
Keep to the left.
Thanks for your sacrifice, little guy.
Nice.
Look at that.
And as you're going through, like every once in a while, you see it kind of like shift and like kind of move towards you a little bit. Pretty slow.
The bush.
Yeah. The whole thing it's like a large.
Shrubbery.
It is a large shrubbery with like
With a little
weird
path.
vines and like some like yellow flowers that poke out of it. But the whole thing like almost seems to like lift off the ground a little bit and just like.
How far is it away from?
If you're gonna skirt around that thing from side to side, it's like 60 to 80 feet. So like it moves maybe 20 feet at a time or so.
Maybe it likes
So
us, so we get a snack.
It's slow, but it has noticed you. It appreciates your sacrifice and seems to want more.
Nice layout. Nice layout.
Let's just keep moving.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going.
I will take the last little bit of hag I had in my. Toss it.
It likes us. I want an owl, not this creature. Come on.
Not a meandering, hungry bush.
This is Mr. Bush.
Spider bush.
And by the way, you all noticed Shelly smells just a little bit better because he's gotten rid of the last of that hag.
Good.
Scent seems to dissipate
Yeah.
over the next hour or so. All right. Carrying on, you make it to an area where there's a lot more like well-worn paths, hiking trails and such like that. You see other small like used campsites where like fires were made and then put out. So it seems like a good spot to settle down and make your way or make a camp.
Did Mr. Bush stop following
Yeah, we
us?
still have our bush with us.
After a couple hours, you lose sight of it.
Nice.
Couple hours.
Yeah.
Normally,
I mean,
He's a persistent
it was
motherfucker.
like, well, so it moves slow, but it's not like incredibly slow. You all move much faster, but there's still like a little bit.
I don't think anything purposely beats it. It's like, this is friends.
I'm just imagining that the it follows thing, where no matter where you are, it's still just slowly coming after you.
Ooh.
Don't give him my
But
ideas.
as a
We'll see how the night goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just gonna keep watch, stabbing everybody.
Yeah.
No, no, no.
You bed down for the evening. You make yourselves a small camp. Prepared.
So with and I just want to verify because it was the very first day I came in. They had me look at the circulate and the etchings and rubbings, but just to kind of they had stolen, but those had never been like gone under detect for magic or anything like that, right? Detect magic. I was able to get some
I don't think
knowledge
so.
off of it.
No, you ran identify on the circle. It was.
No, I didn't have identified, so it was just pure based on my knowledge and,
Of what
that
those things would have been.
So with that, I'm gonna ask to see them again,
Sure.
and as a ritual, I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Alright, and what are the things that you're looking
They are the circulate and the etchings and rubbings. Both of them, I was able to delineate that there was, they were used kind of as focuses for things. And then there was also the runes.
circlet that Dizzy has?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I know there were the runes that were on the etchings and rubbings, which I was kind of studying anyway.
Yeah.
But
those were the rubbings you took
Yeah.
from the from inside the mosque.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't have, because those were just etchings and rubbings of that he took, so they wouldn't have anything. So I guess the circular is just what I'm kind of casting detect magic on just to see.
Sure. You do cast detect magic, and as you do, how does detect magic manifest for Chelly?
So
You
as
see things, you smell.
as he's going there and doing this again, because he has the eye patch over the one eye, his other eye kind of gets foggy as he's doing it, and so he can still see, but it's almost like you would see auras or like that. Like it's so yeah.
It would be kind of like a shimmer.
Yeah, it's almost like things become foggy around, so he'd almost see like if there is like a plane or something. So it's a very visual thing for him.
All right. Awesome. So you kind of focus in on the circuit and let the surrounding noise fade away, and you get this kind of a pale blue aura kind of shimmering around it with little streaks of dark green that almost wind around the circlet itself. You notice this as some type of conjuration magic.
So give me a little bit more. Out of curiosity, aside from that, would Chelly notice, because this is new to him, would he notice anything special about his belt buckle as well?
The belt buckle itself does emanate magic. You don't necessarily get any particular type of magic from it, other than, or no, you would get enchantment, which manifests in a very vibrant green and gold.
I wouldn't really.
You also
Yeah.
So because it's an
Yeah.
area of effect. So Marcus has like a walking stick that you noticed that has conjuration magic on it, as well as Iron, who it's just all of him is full of different shades. It's very colorful, actually. It's almost like he's got a rainbow of aura just kind of emanating from different points on his body.
So while this is going on,
Yeah.
what you guys notice with Chelly, so especially when he comes up and notices Iron, he kind of walks up and does the Michael Myers just kind of as he's looking at Iron, because this is new to him. Like he's kind of weirded out by it too. He knew something could happen, but he wasn't sure what. And so, but this whole time that he's doing it, his one eye is kind of fogged over, and you can tell that something is going on, but
Right.
you notice it, and then
Dizzy's also emanating divine magic.
and so he does the same thing, goes around just the three, so Marcus, Iron, and Dizzy, he just kind of
You
spent
okay
a little
there?
time looking at.
You okay there, Bob?
Rip has illusion magic about him.
So he's just doing it, not saying anything, and eventually just goes, cool.
You get a faint ping off of Pegasus as well.
Heck doesn't even know.
With that, he would hand the circulant back to Dizzy and just kind of mention, it's conjuring magic.
Conjuring is dead, right? Is that that's right?
It can be used for a lot of different things.
You identify.
And with that, he breaks it and I get back normal.
I think I only asked you about
10 minutes, yeah. So
over the course of the 10
and it's
minutes, you just
concentration
kind of like,
yeah, I'm
you
taking it
just
all.
taking it all in and going, whoa.
It's like all of a sudden I'm tripping because it's just like things are throwing off colors and everything.
Yeah, you're seeing the Matrix now. And with that, we're gonna leave it until 2 weeks from now. So pick up next time, 2 weeks from today, which is the
Get there.
28th. Thank you, Wayne.
Well, today's 14th.
Yep.
28th, good point.
I don't know days anymore. It's all the same. Time has no meaning.
I just went with math numbers.
Yeah.
It'll be.
But we'll be back then. Until then, stay safe. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh.